My name is Luis Bracamontes. My pronouns are he, they. I'm born and raised in Mexico, and I've been living in the Netherlands for the past 6 years. And now this is what I call home. I have a background in marketing and communications on the professional side, but where I shine the most is with creativity and with art and community building. My journey has taken me through 6 years of theater and contemporary dance back in Mexico, which led me to poetry and spoken word. And here in the Netherlands, I lead a stichting called Unwanted Words, which is a platform for up-and-coming queer voices in poetry and spoken word. And it's one of the projects that I feel the most proud of. And to be able to call myself an artist, a poet, and a community builder is one of my greatest joys.
How would you define the key moments in your life that makes you who you are?
Two of the biggest pivotal moments in my life were connecting with art and coming into my queerness, which happened around the same time when I was 15, 16. Both of these elements allowed me to begin unraveling, discovering new sides of myself, allowing myself to be. And I would say that my queerness has a radical energy of transformation, and theater as a vehicle to connect with the human condition and connect with who I am and how I want to present myself into the world have been like the two cornerstones of who I am today. And later on in my life, some of the things that have marked me the most have been loss and grief. Losing my mom to cancer in 2020, going through the pandemic and touching rock bottom multiple times was a really powerful turning point that opened up the possibility to connect with true self-love and true self-compassion, and letting go of all the things that were no longer serving me. And the connecting thread through all of that would be creativity and playfulness. Reaching my 30s, I'm 31 now, still having a sense of joy and joyous courage, I would put it like that.
You mentioned about the queerness, about that how it shaped your personality, how you connect with yourself, being authentic. Can you tell me more about what does it mean to you?
I think my relationship with my queerness has evolved throughout time, has changed. In the beginning, it started with denial, with rejection, with a lot of internalized homophobia. Once I came to terms with the fact that my queerness was part of me and wasn't a phase, and it was not something that was wrong with me, it became a tool to escape toxic masculinity and this expectations of how I should perform my gender that I was surrounded by in Mexico. My queerness was to me this yellow brick road towards a promise of a different type of life, towards a path where yes, it will be hard, yes, there will be lots of challenges, there will be lots of rejection, but on the other side there's freedom. There's freedom to determine what truly feels right to you, freedom to explore all the possibilities that you can be, all the ways that your body can move, all the feelings that you can contain, all the clothes and versions of yourself that you can portray, all the ideas that you can embody.
I can resonate a lot with what you said about this queerness, the struggles, the difficulties, the situation that you were in really also kind of force you to reflect on everything that you experience in life, in terms of norms, in terms of what is right and wrong, whether there is a certain ways of living. I think that really challenged all these concepts, and then you really kind of reborn into the world.
Yes.
So I really feel that that resonate with what you said.
And I truly feel that queer people have a big purpose in this life, in this realm, to be reminders and to be moral, spiritual, and community guides, to show that this gender divides is just an illusion. There's this illusion of separation between what it means to be a woman, between what it means to be a man, between what it means to be human versus nature, between what it means to be individual versus community, between what it means to be physical or mortal versus spiritual. Queerness teaches us that it's not an either or, it's a spectrum, it's a gradient.
You mentioned a lot about this word, joy. And it seems that to you is some kind of like a tool, some kind of celebration that help you to go through struggles, trauma with queerness, but also with loss and grief. What is it about?
I believe joy is revolutionary. It's a statement, and it's also not a given. Being able to experience joy is also a privilege. If you are oppressed, if you are on survival mode, if your nervous system is dysregulated, your capacity to experience joy is also stunted and limited. But making the conscious choice, the decision to choose for joy in spite of all the hurt, in spite of all the trauma, in spite of all the odds that are against us, it's a choice towards self-love and towards community love. I do not believe in the search for happiness. I feel happiness is such a fleeting concept. It's also being one of like these double-edged swords that have been repackaged by neoliberalism and capitalism to keep us always hungry and craving for something. But I see joy as something different. Joy as a consequence of choosing to be present, choosing to be connected, choosing to express yourself, choosing to see life through a lens that gives you purpose. And joy in the context of queerness is revolutionary because we have centuries of collective pain and stories that deserve to be told and need to be heard. But I feel there's also a danger of getting stuck in only the stories of trauma and struggle and oppression. And I feel we're at a point in history where the work of all of our ancestors and the generations of queer people that have come before us have fought really hard, literally with their lives, to give us the opportunity and the privilege to express sides of our queerness more openly, more freely, more authentically.
At the age of 31, you have experienced so many things and so much intensity in life. Would you say that you have found your life purpose?
Yes. I didn't find it. It came to me. A big part of where I am today, mostly emotionally and spiritually, has been plant medicines, psilocybin, DMT, through ayahuasca ceremonies. Those were beautiful instruments towards my healing and rebuilding myself at a point where I was nothing but ruins. Through this process, it was given to me in one of the ceremonies what I was here to do. And I'm gonna preface this by saying that I think we have it all wrong when it comes to this conversation about purpose. We base this conversation a lot of in the doing and in the having rather than the being. As humans, just because we exist and just because we're here, one, we are worthy. Two, we deserve love from ourselves and from others. And three, we are here just we're here just to be, just to exist, just to experience. And that is enough. Reconciling with these three things is the ultimate purpose of everybody. Having said that, I also believe that we have roles in life and in our communities that in a way, I think, leads us all towards the same path. A path of liberation, a path of connection, a path of healing, a path of unity. The how is where it differs in person to person. And in one of my last ayahuasca ceremony, Mother Ayahuasca, and she told me, at your core, you are a healer. You are here to help other people heal, to accompany people in their own journeys. And she told me, this is why this project that you started, Unwanted Words, my queer poetry platform, has been so successful and has been growing so organically and flowing so easily, because this platform is a space for healing, for community building, for connection. Everything you do in life, if you approach it from a place of service and with an intention of healing, it's going to flow, it's going to work.
After experiencing so many things and have so much reflections, so much insight into life, what advice would you give to people who are also seeking for their answers in terms of life purpose or life meaning?
I would start by saying, be kind to yourself. Understanding that this process is going to be messy. This process is not going to be linear. This process, it's going to feel like you're not making progress sometimes, or you're plateauing, or that you are walking in circles. But maybe no, it's not a circle, it's a spiral. It's an upward spiral. But sometimes the spiral might seem slow in some phases. If we nurture a life that makes room for self-compassion and self-love, the purpose is going to come afloat on its own. In this process that may require a lot of shadow work and a lot of hard work, don't forget to also have fun. To also connect with those things that give you hope, that give you a spark, that allow you to relax, allow you to feel pleasure, to embrace the good things in life. Because the good things are there. Do you think you deserve them? Are you able to accept them? Can you see them? So it's just as much as a practice of welcoming the good, as in letting go of the things that no longer serve you.